From the muddy trenches of World War I to the Cold War era, French tank design has always been innovative, influential, and sometimes a little bit quirky. So, buckle up as we explore 10 of the most significant French tanks ever made. Let's rewind to the First World War. When people think of the first tanks, they often picture British designs. But France was a true pioneer, and our journey begins with the revolutionary Renault FT. This wasn't a lumbering giant. It was a light tank, one of the first to feature a fully rotating turret, a separate engine compartment, and a rear engine layout. This design was so ahead of its time that it became the template for almost every tank that followed. The FT was produced in huge numbers and served with armies all over the world, cementing its place as one of the most important tanks in history. Of course, the FT wasn't France's first tank. That honor goes to the Schneider CA1. Developed in 1916, this was France's first mass-produced armored fighting vehicle. It looked more like a mobile steel box than a modern tank, with its long, boat-like hull designed to cross trenches. While it had its flaws, like a vulnerable fuel tank and poor cross-country performance, the Schneider CA1 was a crucial first step, proving the concept of the assault artillery vehicle and paving the way for future designs. Following closely was the Saint-Chamond. This was another early French heavy tank, and it was long, really long. Its extended hull, which overhung the tracks, often got it stuck in the shell-cratered landscape of the Western Front. However, its powerful 75mm main gun made it an effective mobile artillery piece when it could get into a good firing position. While not as successful as the Renault FT, the Saint-Chamond was a bold experiment in the early days of armored warfare. Now, let's jump forward to the Interwar period. This was a time of rapid development, and France was busy creating a new generation of tanks. First up is the Char B1. This medium tank was designed in the late 1920s to support infantry. It was relatively well armored for its time and armed with a 47mm gun. It represented a significant step up from the designs of World War I, but it was soon to be overshadowed by its more advanced successors. One of those successors was the Char D2. As the name suggests, it was an improvement on the D1. It had incredibly thick armor for its time, making it nearly immune to most anti-tank guns in 1940. It also had a unique dual-gun setup, a powerful 75mm gun in the hull and a 47mm gun in the turret. It was a truly elite machine, a perfect example of the French focus on creating high-quality, specialized tanks. Its main drawback was its one-man turret, which forced the commander to also be the gunner and loader, a common issue in French tank design of the period. On the other end of the spectrum was the Renault R35. This was France's most numerous tank at the start of World War II. A small, light infantry tank, its job was to directly support the foot soldiers. While its armor was thick for a light tank, it was slow, and its short 37mm gun was outdated, struggling to penetrate German armor. It was a workhorse, but it was a design rooted in the slow, methodical doctrines of World War I. A close cousin to the R35 was the Hotchkiss H35, also a light tank. It was intended for the cavalry, but ended up being used by the infantry as well. It shared many characteristics with the R35, including a small two-man crew and a similar one-man turret. Later versions, like the H39, received a more powerful engine and a better gun, making them more effective, but they still suffered from the same doctrinal limitations. Finally, we leap into the post-war era with the AMX-30. Developed in the 1960s, this was France's main battle tank for a large part of the Cold War. The designers of the AMX-30 made a conscious choice to prioritize mobility and firepower over heavy armor. They believed that advances in anti-tank weapons had made conventional armor obsolete. It was armed with a powerful 105mm gun capable of firing advanced heat rounds. The AMX-30 was a sleek, fast, and hard-hitting tank that was widely exported and served France for decades. And there you have it, a quick tour of 10 incredible French tanks. From the groundbreaking Renault FT to the agile AMX-30, French engineering has left a lasting mark on the history of armored warfare. Which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. See you next time.